We are about to compare a $1 plane versus a multi-million-dollar plane in pilot training flight simulator. With a bunch of challenges set up, we're gonna see which one is the best and which one is the worst. Make sure you watch the end of the video for a super secret surprise. So the $1 plane in question is the Cessna 172, and it's a single propeller engine, and by the looks of it, it's got 4 seats. So if you don't include the one for the pilot right now, you can take 3 other passengers on board of this. So it's probably the most economical way to fly compared to a big multi-million-dollar jumbo jet. But is it truly the best? I wouldn't say it's the safest, or feels like it's going to be the safest. But let's see what it's all about when taking off into the air. And the multi-million-dollar jet in question is actually a Boeing 737. Look at the size of this right now. Now, this is completely bigger than that small Cessna. It can carry a lot more passengers. We jump into the cockpit right now as a pilot, and you would see that there's 2 seats. I don't think we can see a 3rd seat, if I'm not mistaken. No. But look at the amount of seats. I mean, the Cessna had these 2 seats and these 2 seats. Not many of those. Now, we're going to start the engine of this and see what's going down. Now, this plane is more geared up for longer travels, bigger distances, and not so much, boys, not so much doing those short island hops. And now to start the engine, considering it's a big propeller right now, it's not that loud considering what it could be like if we had big jumbo jet engines either side of the wing. But we're going to put this into now reverse, or, you know, change how we now approach. And we're going to taxi to the runway. So now we're at full throttle reversing. It's getting a little bit loud, but nothing too crazy. And you fully expect this with a propeller style plane. So let's now turn around and let's begin the taxi to the runway. So things we're going to judge right now is 1, the speed it can kind of get to, how smooth of a takeoff it is, and how quick it can actually get into the air. Started, it does seem a little bit loud, but this is not even at full throttle right now. So we're going to increase it slightly and begin our taxi and make our way to the runway. Now you've got to be careful because the power of these jets does mean that you could get up to speed pretty quick. So we've got to be a little bit careful. And the whine from the jet engine is ready and raring to go. So we'll taxi to the runway right now. We're slowly moving, slowly rocking and rolling, and we'll slowly get to our destination. So now we're on the runway, we're going to do full throttle to see what the speed it's pretty much going to reach and how quick it's going to take before this plane actually now takes off. So pretty smooth so far, 70 odd knots, and we're already lifting off into the sky. And all of a sudden, I think with the weight distribution, we kind of already started to turn, but that's okay. We actually got into the sky pretty quick at minimal speed, so we're airborne as soon as possible. Now, the gears, the landing gears, you can't really put them away. They're just stuck there, so it is causing a little bit of drag. But let's see if we can climb to at least 1,000 feet right now. We're now up to 600, 700. It does take a while to climb, but there is limited to its thrusters. 900, and now we're at to 1,000 feet. And how does it feel? Wow. Feels pretty good. I'm already impressed. Would I use this on a long journey? No. Would I use it on a short journey island hopping? Yes. Do I feel safe? Well, that remains to be seen. So now we're on the runway. We got a beautiful view for a beautiful plane. Oh my goodness me, this is going to be very, very interesting to see how quickly we can get into the air. Now the Cessna hit it about 70, This is gonna, I expect, to take a lot longer. It's a lot of a heavier plane, so it will take longer to get in the air and a lot more speed to get into the air as well. But we're going to hit him right now with that maximum throttle, boys. Maximum throttle. And hopefully we're going to start climbing into the sky. So here we go. We're now at 120, 130, 140. And we're now officially slowly running out of runway. Oh my goodness, me, get into the air, you fool. Now, this plane, we have the ability to get rid of the landing gears. It's already doing nearly 300 kilometers. So this is a lot faster. You will not use this plane for short island hopping. We're going to reduce the throttle slightly because we're gaining way too quickly. And we're already at 2,000 feet. So we got to this point a lot quicker than the Cessna did, which I'm not surprised at. But holy smokes, are we now flying. So now that we're cruising at a nice 1,700 feet, there we go. 1,700 feet, there we go, boys. Got there in the end. It's pretty nice. You can see right now we got good visibility. We can look out all the windows, the rear window. I would argue this has got better visibility than a big jet plane, but then again, you know, the ground looks a lot closer in a plane like this. So I think what we need to do is we need to kind of then figure out then our approach to where we're going to be landing. And we're going to head down towards Greater Rockford. So preparing to land is a lot easier. This plane is a lot more nimble, easier to maintain and control, and filled with ease. So here we go. What will the landing be like? The approach is looking pretty sweet. But the landing's going to be a different story. So visibility-wise, this is all you really get to see. It's not like the Cessna where you can look behind and see almost like 360 views. You've got this view and you've got this view. There's no view down the side unless you zoom out. That's pretty much it. It kind of... Oh, we're actually starting to stall right now, which is not good. Pilot error. Pilot error. It's quite loud. It's a lot louder than the Cessna considering we were at the front of the nose where the propeller engine was. So it is quite interesting to see the noise difference. But Greater Rockford is only just over there anyway, so we can actually prepare to start landing. We are at a beautiful land speed right now, and we're still flying quicker than what the Cessna could ever reach. So we're going to prepare for landing. We're going to line it all up and see if we can butter this baby. And then taxi to the same gate. Now, we're coming down hot and heavy right now, boys. I've reduced my throttle. So hopefully with the altitude that we are dropping, the speed will be dropping at the same time. But I don't want to go into stall mode, so I've got to be a little bit careful. We're 300 feet. We're going to try and lift the nose up a little bit now as we kind of come in and fly. Right, 100 feet. Here we go. We're not really at a land speed just yet, but that will do us just fine. We've got plenty of speed to work with. We're going to hit back on the thrusters right now. Full beans. Oh. Apparently we're stalling, but that's until the nose gets on there. Was that a smooth landing? Remains to be seen. Is it a pilot issue? I don't want to talk about it. But it's a lot more of a bumpier landing than you would expect. The plane doesn't really have great suspension, if any suspension, with how it's fixed to the body. And, yeah, I think every landing's going to be a little bit of a bone shake. But without taxiing back to the gate right now, we'll take gate 6. So let's slow this right down. Let's turn this right in. Easy, easy, boys. And we'll get all lined up nice and smooth as a successful flight in our Cessna 172. Nice. Then we'll turn the engine off. The propeller stops. And we made it to our destination smoothly. So we're now coming in for a beautiful little land right now. We've got the alignment set up pretty much perfect in this beautiful 737 right now. And we're just kind of going to start slowing it down. We're at a land speed. We're 500 feet in the air. Got to be careful we don't drop it too much. Otherwise, we'll start stalling. I can't have those issues all over again. But the butter landing is about to happen. Now, the question is, how quick can we slow it down? Can we slow it down in the Cessna? I'm not too sure, boys. I'm not too sure, but we're coming in. Hot and heavy for a landing. 200. Easy. 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 Reduce that speed. 100. Apparently we're stalling, but it's okay because we are landing. Oh! I'm going to say that was beautiful. I'm going to say that was beautiful. Thrusters in full reverse. As we make our way to the gate. Now, was that landing better? I'm not particularly too sure. But this is the reason why you guys are going to be rating the two differences between this $1 versus this multi-million-dollar airline plane right now. So we're coming in. Nice and slowly. Nice and slowly. And we're going to see if we can taxi just right into gate 6. The same gate that we went with the Cessna. Easy does it. The turn is bang on. Bang on. And boom. Not quite to the full end. Boom. There we go. Engines off. We have succeeded. Nice. So now it's time to put both of these planes to the ultimate task and see if they can both land here at the Luckler Airport. The approach for the Luckler Airport right now is directly in front of us, and I really think we should reduce our airspeed. Now, the problem with this is I can't remember how high the altitude for the actual runway is. But if any plane can do it right now, this is this plane was built for runways and destinations like this. Now, let's see if we can come in nice and smooth. We've got the approach almost. Reduce that throttle. And we're coming in, boys. We're going to butter it. We're about to use all the runway. But look at that. We've landed. The plane's beeping at us. But we've managed to land at the famous Luckler Airport. That wasn't as dramatic as it was going to make me feel like it was. But like I said, this plane was built for runways like this. But we could be barking up the wrong tree with the 737. Right, we're coming in hot and heavy, boys. We're a lot faster, we're a lot heavier, and there was a lot more that could potentially go wrong with this aircraft. So first things first is getting it all lined up beautifully. This is the real challenge right now. Get it all lined up. There we go. Level out the plane. And slowly reduce the altitude as much as you can. You're not going to get it perfect. But we are going to slowly reduce it. Bring the speed right down as well. We are at a land speed, but I feel like the runway is that short. The land speed's got to be pretty low. Right, here we go. Right down. Oh. That is what you can consider a butter landing. Full reverse thrusters. Can we slow down in time? It has been challenging, but the engine's now turning off as we slowly roll to a stop. We made it. Somehow, we actually made it. But the real question is, which one do you prefer? The $1 airline or this multi-million-dollar airline? Let me know in the comment section down below. But it's been terrifying. It's been an experience. Until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.
Yeah.